Hello, I'm back. I took my shower. I know I still take really long showers. My mom used to say, Alicia, you don't need to stay in the shower an hour every day. Well, I can't help myself. I just like to make sure I'm clean, right? I mean, come on, who doesn't, right? Well, I guess some, maybe not. But anyway, so I got that's done. I put my extensions in, but this time I took the blonde wig part off. That sun is right shining. Ooh, sun's coming right through that window. Alright, so I took the dog out. Both of them rotated before and I'll show you, when I am able to carry my laptop or phone while taking the dogs, because I gotta tell you, that's a job in itself, taking the girls out, because they do, oh man, I have to do it one at a time. They do not like each other at all. They really don't. I don't understand it too, because yes, they're German Shepherds, they're mother and daughter. They are very smart, but they don't like each other. And I do know that at one point after Shiloh had Luna in her litter, her and Luna were separated at some point when Luna was, just a younger pup. For like 6 months, they didn't see each other. Luna went to stay somewhere else, and Shy was where she was. And I don't know. A lot of people have been telling me that could be it. They just thought, I don't believe that. Kinda, because I mean, it's her baby. You think she would remember that scent, right? You think? And but you think you'd remember your child, just the scent of them, because I mean, dogs, their senses are way stronger, as animals are, but that's not always the case. But I guess, but I don't know. When we had taken, when we take them to the vet, we have to take one at a time too. Anything we do. You have to keep them in separate rooms, like I've mentioned before. Lou stays in his mother's room while he's at work, and Shy stays with me. I have to put so much lotion on. I swear I bathe in lotion if I could. The older I get, the drier the skin seems to get. And I know that, happens because I remember my ladies I used to take care of at the home. They dealt with dry skin, so it happens. And you that haven't gone through it yet, one day when you get older, things will change. We're always changing. Here I am getting off track again. I was talking about the girls. But, yeah, the vet had given us, they have this stuff, I guess you spray it, it's got, like this, what does she call it, something to do with the pheromones or something, I don't know, I can't remember what she called this a while back, but like last summer, and so she thought, maybe it might, because Lou hates riding in a vehicle. We really think she's claustrophobic, so we don't take her too much anymore, even though she wants to go, but she just goes crazy. I mean, like, nutso, like, I don't know, it's like she's trying to perch herself like a bird on Daddy's shoulder driving the food, and he can't drive like that. You guys remember that video I sent you where I had that made that video on that woman, it's come to me with that bruise is still there, if you can see it, and it's getting darker. Oh, I'm trying to position my arm right. It's getting darker, so it's definitely a bruise. But anyways, back to what I was saying. So she sprayed this pheromone stuff, whatever it was, for the dogs on this piece of cloth. She said, put this in the back seat with Lou, and on the way home, and see, it's supposed to calm them down, make them feel like they're back in the mom's womb. That's what she said, back in the mom's womb. Well, it didn't work. She didn't even want nothing to do with it. Yeah. So, yeah. But I wouldn't give the girls for nothing. They're just our babies. We love them to death. They're very, very just, I don't even know how to say it. They're just, yeah, they mean a lot to us. And, I can't have any more children, of course, and I don't mind sharing that. I have had one son, and, and he's in his mid-30s now. It's a good kid. I couldn't have asked for a better kid. These covers don't like to slide on very good. Come on now. There we go. So, my eyes are so dry today. Oh my goodness, it's dry. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I might have got water in my eye too in the shower. So, but anyways, off the dog subject, instead of, I took the extent, I washed them, let them soak and all that like you're supposed to while I took my shower, and I had to actually trim the ends, and I can't afford to just like I used to just buy a new wig when I want to, and I always used to, when I was able to, I always would get, if I could, the real 100% Brazilian hair. That was my favorite. I really liked it. And it's, the real hair was way easier to take care of too. But, I like them all, but the real hair weren't the good stuff when I could afford it once upon a time. But, I'm grateful for what I have. I don't show my real hair often. You're not going to see it. It's just not. I just don't. So, and, that's just a fact, Jack. So, I was, before I started recording this video, after I trimmed my extensions to, because when that synthetic hair, it's harder to take care of, especially the cheaper ones when you can't afford to buy the good ones. And the shampoos and conditioners are expensive for it, and the stuff to care for it, and the glue, everything, So I get the clip-ins now, which I prefer the glue, but I just can't get it when I need it anymore. So I had to trim the dead ends off, because they do. I try my best to take as good a care as I can. There's only so much I can do. But I'm not going to waste them either. Waste not, want not. So I trimmed the dead ends off and get it feeling and looking healthy again. and then I clipped them in, only this time I didn't put them on the blonde short wig I have. I decided to, because my hair, yes, I have hair, okay? And then people ask me, do you even have hair? Yes, I still have hair. I have a lot of hair too. I remember when I used to go to the hairdresser years and years and years ago, she'd always tell me, oh my goodness, I didn't realize how much hair you have till I started having to cut it and mess with it. I mean, it's thick. So that's one thing. I was blessed with a lot of thick hair, but it has its pros and cons like everything else. It can be too hot, it can be too heavy, and give you headaches, and yeah, the list can go on. But I keep it really short now that I wear wigs and extensions. Like really short, just enough that I can still clip the extensions in now. And still be comfortable, not too hot with a wig. And yes, now they make them more ventilated, the caps underneath and stuff, compared to way back. But my hair, my natural hair, is so thick that it still gets too hot for me. If I could, I'd just shave it off. Go bald, but if I want to wear extensions, I have to keep a little bit, just enough to clip on at least. Where's my pen? There it is. Yes, I'm rolling a tobacco cigarette. And I am sorry if this offends anybody. It's just this is me. This is me. Okay, and I don't mean to offend anybody, but this is my choice, my body, my life, and I do what I want with it. And I don't smoke like a chimney, so I apologize ahead, though. I don't mean any offense to anybody who disagrees with it. I think too many people try to control people's lives, and it could be many reasons. Sometimes they're bored with their own lives, or they don't want to face their own drama, situations, issues, whatever it may be. But nobody has the right to tell somebody. I don't care who you are, and I understand how things are now and have been getting. And this isn't supposed to be America, but no offense. Seriously, I mean that. No offense. But too many people need to mind their own business, Do I come in your house or, come up to you or stick my nose into your business? And because I am offended that you smoke and I don't like smoking, I think it's bad for you, well, that's my choice. But I'm not going to go and try to make you feel bad about it. I'm not going to pick and nitpick and prod or whatever it may be. I'm going to shut my mouth, mind my own business. Now, if you're physically hurting somebody and I see that, then yes. But I'm going to try to help if I can. But if I can't, no, I probably step back. But if I can, I will do what I can. But no, I think people, worry about the wrong things. They need to worry about themselves and fix their own problems and stop worrying about what other people are doing that has nothing to do with them. If you don't like it, ask that person nicely to step outside, but you don't have to be mean about it or leave the area. Okay, this ain't a peeing contest, okay? Everybody's is like in competition with everyone and trying to control everything, tell people what to do, stick their nose in their business. The list goes on. It's like there's more important things going on out there to worry about than what somebody's doing. Right? I remember I got my first tattoo. I was, what was I? I think I was 25, maybe. I don't know. I was in my young 20s. I got my first tattoo in Texas. The guy did an awesome job. And I remember he's like, this is your first tattoo and you're choosing this size tattoo because I got a big tattoo right on my upper thigh, right up at the, yeah, it's quite big, yeah. There's a dagger that goes down from my hip down the outside of my thigh, about almost halfway down, and it's the dagger is going down through the middle of a red rose, and it has a banner, and this was my own design. That I didn't pick this out. I drew this and had showed it to the guy and had him do this, and he actually did a really great job. And I had the banner wrapping around the dagger and the rose, and it says dagger of hate, rose of love, and it's talking about me. The rose of love is me. The dagger of hate is the pain and hate that was inside me, that was caused from the abuse and trauma that was done to me, and how it was just killing me, inside. So, and I have 5 tattoos, and every tattoo means something. But that was my very first. And the guy was like, kept asking me, because it took him almost an hour. It was like 45 minutes, something like that. It took him to do that first tattoo. And I remember laying on my side because he had to do it this side. And I remember he kept, asking me, "You okay? You'd still hanging in there?" Because I didn't make a peep. I was laying there like he was doing nothing, like I felt nothing. And I remember him kept asking me, and I was like, "I'm fine." He's like, "Wow, I gotta say, your first tattoo, you've never had one. And as big as this tattoo is in the spot you're choosing," and because, he did hit the bone area, because I was quite tiny too. I was like 90 pounds. I don't even think I weighed 100 pounds at that point. I was very skinny. I didn't have any meat on my bones. And I was fine. Pain, was not bothering me. And yes, I talked about I have physical pain, yes, but my tolerance is always been so high. I think some of it could be the way I was raised. You suck it up, buttercup. But pain, it would have to be pretty severe for me to actually speak up and say something. So he actually was quite impressed on how well I handled it for my very first. But no, he was awesome. He even took a picture and hung it up on his wall. He asked if he could, and I said sure. But no, it was in Houston. I can't remember the name of the place. It was so long ago, I can't remember. But he did a really good job. And then I did go back there, and he did, I don't remember if it's the same exact guy, but had a Black Panther's head, because I've always been a cat lover. And the Black Panther cats have always been one of my favorite cats. They're just so beautiful and just mysterious and just, I just love them. And I always felt like that, that cat that just, I don't know, there's a connection. The wolf too, there's always been a connection. But anyways, I'm starting to go off into thought. So I had him do and this is another one of my own drawings. I had him do the Black Panther's face, and it shows his claws, and he's on my back. At some point, I might be able to show you. But it looks like he's pulling my back open, and his head, you can see his claws and his head coming through with green eyes, and he's coming through like he's coming out of my back. He did a beautiful job on that, the guy that did that too. And then another tattoo I got in Texas while I was out there was a scorpion on my ankle. That one you can probably see. I got that because I'm a Scorpio through and through. True Scorpio. I say that because, I've learned something, about, and I'm not sure how to explain how I want to say this and what I learned a few years back, but apparently some say that depending on, with the zodiac signs, I guess, that whenever your birthday or when you were born and all that, some people, their sign may be a Scorpio or a Libra or whatever, but I guess it depends on how far in or something. I can't remember now. But yeah, I was born exactly, boom, right into that. And it's just, yeah. But I don't want to discuss that right now. My head is like, I got all these different things coming in my head. I was in the shower and I was having, I kept thinking about this face I kept seeing in my dream last night. I think there's like a romantic connection there. There's two women. I'm not trying to say anything weird, and I am not against anybody's preference. I myself am bisexual, which I remember my mother, the first time I introduced or told her that I was, actually, because I had called her, I was out of state. I was young, that I was dating a woman. Oh my goodness, now you're confused. How many mothers tell this? You've always dated boys. You've never even mentioned it. Well, it's not something that was easy to come out and say, seriously. Oh man, some people amaze me. I love your mom, by the way. I do, I really do. Couldn't have asked for a better mom. Seriously, I was lucky. Some aren't so lucky, but I was lucky to have a mom like her. She really is an amazing woman. But, okay, I feel like I am just sitting there rambling. It's like my head is going, I keep feeling like I'm losing my train of thought too. My head is all over the place. I do want to go for my walk, though. I'm getting antsy. I can feel it. I gotta get out. I gotta do something. I'm getting antsy. Yeah, and it's beautiful. It's supposed to be 80 degrees today. Nice. Oh, I can't even turn my head. Just like, it hurt. What do you do? Oh, goodness. All right. Now, let's see. Oh, my. Oh, you ever get them, the blades on your short stick when you put them on? Stand up. Jeez, I can't even think right. Alright, guys. So, I've got to get something to eat. I don't know. It's like I'm antsy. I want to do something. I got all these things going through my head. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say at this point. But I'll see you soon. I'll see you in a bit.